Welcome, every spaceship, and we've been having well over a half a year of Tales from the White Room with you, Triple T.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Good, I think.
Archives here, but this is episode 550.
That's amazing. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it says Marty Winkle and I, my co-producer and good friend, and he worked on the lunar module, of course, and then as an electrical engineer on the Grumman team here at KSC.
Had to be
and
smart.
then he worked on the
that.
LPS. And look what we're looking at here, Triple T. Behind us here's the Earth.
Yeah.
Okay, from Apollo 16 that was on the moon right now 50 years ago. John Young and Charlie Duke. Can you imagine that?
Wow. And John Young was driving the rover. I remember an offender came off.
Yeah.
I talked to him about that.
You talked to him about a lot of things.
A lot of things.
Very pragmatic man. In other words, he said what he had to say, and that was it.
Oh, yeah, and it was gospel.
Okay. Well, we want to thank the Hyatt Place for a wonderful time over the weekend where Triple T was featured among 6 other presenters, actually 6 talks that involved another 8 or 9 presenters, and pretty good event, huh, Triple T?
Yeah, it was really good. And didn't we have a couple of astronauts we didn't know about?
Well, this was the golden anniversary of the dawn of the space shuttle era 50 years ago when Congress approved the money, and yes, we guaranteed 2 astronauts.
Yeah.
Winston Scott and Mike McCulley, and 4 showed up.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
As we had our wonderful supporter of our museum, Nicole
That was
Stott,
really a lot of fun.
But who crashed the party was...
Story.
Story crashed the party for us there. Yeah, that was pretty cool. 86 years old, I looked up he was at.
Wow.
Nicole and Story were featured speakers over at the Yuri's Night. The evening event of April 12th. The shuttle was first launched April 12th, of course. But here's your workplace up there, 195 feet above the top of the mobile service platform now.
I call it my office because it was.
And you see that little bungee washer kind of between the hatch and you there. That's
a billows. It's full of air.
Billows.
Yeah, billows. It's got air.
You've seen pictures of Artemis out there on the pad and its white room. You got any comment about?
Well, I told them when they were building it, I told them that they needed a bigger door.
They did consult you a little bit.
Yeah, they did consult me quite a while, actually. I stayed with Boeing for 2 years after the shuttle program ended.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote all of Orion's emergency egress procedures, and they would ask me stuff like this. The zip line engineer got with me, and he built a zip line in his backyard, and I helped him do that. So, yeah.
Well, neat. Well, we also love bragging about the fact that Pambo here helped indoctrinate your Closeout crew uniform.
Yeah.
Back in July, we had a wonderful time with that.
Yeah.
And here you are in front of that.
Cool.
It's so cool, Travis. It's there right now at this very moment at Udvar Hazy. Yeah, people are still walking by at 4 o'clock in the afternoon there.
So what I'm happy about...
What orbiter do they have there?
Discovery.
What
I'm happy about, though, Pam...
103. Discovery's 103.
Pam said behind this uniform is a long line of shuttle workers. So to me, I'm okay with it being there, if that's the reason.
And we have that plaque proudly displayed here in our conference room.
Yeah, we do.
Where everyone can see it, right between the men's and ladies' room. Right?
Yeah, it's a good spot for me.
Quite an honor, Travis, and we're so happy that you found our museum, and he gives his time freely.
Yeah.
You also got to tell everyone what job you've acquired here. Another little motorized vehicle you're taking care of.
I got a job at the Harley-Davidson dealership here in Titusville, Florida. Mm-hmm. And it's working out really well. I like it. This is about my 6th week. I start on Sunday, work Sunday through Thursday, and then I volunteer here Friday and Saturday, so I don't even get a day off.
Well, But we love it. It's all about space,
Yeah, it's
and
all
then
about
you got
space.
them hogs that you're taking care of.
Yeah, now I'm taking care of hogs.
All right. Well, it's at the popular Titus Landing.
Yes.
Is where that Harley Davidson that has what name?
Miracle City Harley Davidson.
Miracle City Harley Davidson. This area was called Miracle City.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
It had something to do with space program back in the Apollo.
Marty? Well, why did it get dubbed the Miracle City? Because of the miracles of the space age?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
It wasn't a P.T. Barnum tent thing where somebody vanished. And
Titusville and the surrounding towns thrive on the space program.
Oh, absolutely. That's why they closed.
I think we got a question.
Yeah, Marty. Yes, a question from one of our Stay Curious watchers.
Yeah, Robert Lowe wants to know, Travis, would you like to go back and work Artemis Closeout crew?
Would you like to work Artemis Closeout crew? Robert Law asked from.
I think I would actually, yeah, because I actually wrote Orion's emergency egress procedures, so I'd like to see that one more time. Yeah.
There you are, second from left.
Yeah.
The 7 people privileged to be up there.
Yeah, my buddy Marcia.
ASP. The number 2's an astronaut.
I always tell the young girls here at the museum to Google Marcia's pictures in space because she has the best hair pictures.
Yeah, she's been there 5 times, too.
Yeah,
and,
5 times.
She just turned age 71.
71.
We celebrated her birthday last Friday,
Yeah.
Triple T with you.
I really like Marcia.
Well, folks, this is Earth Day, okay?
Happy birthday, Earth
This is
Day.
Earth Day 2022, an annual event where April 22nd is the day worldwide when events are held to demonstrate support for environmental protection. You know how long we've been celebrating Earth Day?
No, I've been wondering about that.
1970.
Oh, 70.
So 52 years. It's now coordinated globally by the Earth Day Network in 193 countries.
Wow.
Each year. That seems to be like most of the world.
Yeah, pretty much.
And a senator from, if I got his picture here, yeah, I do. Sure do.
So.
This man, Gaylord Nelson,
Gaylord
created
Nelson.
Earth Day. He was a Democratic politician from Wisconsin, served as a U.S. senator, and he was governor in 59 to 63. He was senator from 63 to 81. So everybody in Wisconsin knows Gaylord Nelson. Founder of Earth Day, he launched a new wave of environmental activism because there was no environmental EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, no Clean Air Act, no Clean Water Act, okay? And in the spring of 1970, he created it. This is a book about Senator Nelson there. Which that's kind of interesting. We've had a Senator Nelson here in Florida. That's
I even kind of had an astronaut named Nelson.
Yeah, you did. A couple astronauts named Nelson. Anyway, the immensely important to Earth Day. It recognizes that we're capable of not only hurting our planet, but we're also capable of solving the solutions.
And we need to take care of our only planet, our only spaceship.
Happy Earth Day, and we know Nicole Stott's out there celebrating it because we have Stottisms where she wrote a book called Back to Earth, and it's all about her discovery of not her space journey so much as using her sort of notoriety and fame to learn about the environment there. So
she was really quite nice and precious on Saturday when she showed up.
Yeah,
very
with her husband Chris.
Gracious, I guess was the word I was looking for. But yeah, and I got to meet her husband. That was cool.
And we hope to have Chris Stott on here. He's got something going on with the Artemis support that we're gonna get our arms around here when we finally caught our breath after planning our golden anniversary of the shuttle.
That really was fun.
And you can see, by the way, all of the 7 different presentations on YouTube or Facebook. They're nicely laid out there. And Hugh Harris, as our
wasn't he neat?
did a great job.
He was sharp.
89 years old.
89, he was sharp. And I told the story. I was born on Vandenberg Air Force Base, and he came up later. He says, that was the first commentary job I did was at Vandenberg Air Force Base, watching launches. Yeah.
Birth for him too.
In '58 when I was born.
Look at our beautiful North America there. That is from Apollo 16.
Cool.
50 years ago. You wonder 50 years later, would it look that clear from that far away?
Ooh, I wonder if we muddied the ball. I wonder.
But look at the Rocky Mountains there and so forth.
Yeah, look at it.
And one of my favorite Earth pictures of all time, I don't care what you say, this is just cool.
Yeah.
Spaceman.
Oh, and he took,
2 years ago by Elon Musk and his red roadster.
Isn't that neat?
As it flung around the Earth, and it's out by Mars now, Triple T.
Is it?
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
How many years ago?
2 years ago, I believe. Marty was, I think it was, might be, it's longer than that.
Yeah.
4 years ago.
I saw
It a Falcon Heavy. Falcon Heavy.
I saw a cute one little cartoon, and it shows this alien flying saucer crashed into the moon, and he's got a cell phone, and he says, "I swear I was ran off by a Tesla." It was cute.
That's a good one. Well, this is another celebrated day in space on this date, April 22nd, 1962. 50 years ago, 1972, 50 years ago, John Young and Charlie Duke were out on their second EVA. This is lunar module tail number 11, according to Grumman Workers and Marty Winkle, who had his hands all over that.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool to think about that bottom stage?
And it's on another planet.
And it's on another planet. The only vehicle designed to be flown by a crew in the void of outer space, and also launch off of a alien world. No one's done that in 52 years.
Also, the only manned vehicle to land and then take off.
Yep, the only to land and then take off from another world.
Only one, huh?
Standing up.
And what?
And flown standing up.
And flown standing up.
Yeah.
That's a good point there, Marty.
They wanted to save seats and weight.
Yeah, the guys were standing up in this lunar module.
You're weightless.
Very, very interesting. They sit down even in Star Trek.
Yeah, they do. So. Well, they have simulated gravity or something in there.
Yeah. Anyway, we wanted to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Apollo with a little special thing.
Yeah, how about that?
And we've got moon pies. Marty, you can dump me out of that and bring us in close. Because there's some products out there, Triple T, that deserve to be tried by you and me, I think, on Stay Curious.
I'm all for it.
And one is a moon pie to celebrate Apollo 16.
Yeah.
And
I'm all for it.
So we are going to create a little segment on Tales from the White Room that we want to call Tasting Space Food with Triple T. All right. So we got our, let me get my glasses on here. You get a bite of your moon pie.
I will.
And a moon pie, of course, was created by a man named Earl Mitchell 105 years ago. In fact, April 29th, 1917. We're at the 100. He was in his lab right now 105 years ago.
Wow.
And it is graham cracker cookies, marshmallow, and chocolate.
Pretty much a s'more. That is very good. Banana is actually my favorite.
It is. Yeah, I like a good deal.
I like
marshmallow sandwich. Moon pie since 1917.
And he called it a moon pie then?
Yes.
I'll be dang.
Out of Tennessee, the Chattanooga area.
Tennessee Vols.
Well, the other thing we want to wash that down with and try out here is Starlight Coca-Cola. All right. Jessica Galloway, our Trekkie Techie, suggested that you and I try this.
Good idea.
On the air here. They don't yet serve
Coca-Cola. Pinkish kind of.
Yep, you can pour it. They don't serve Coca-Cola on the moon, Triple T, but as soon as mankind establishes a base there, they will.
Oh yeah.
The only question is, which version will you find there? Well, Coca-Cola has launched Coca-Cola Starlight, a new flavor that promises an out-of-world trip for your taste buds. I don't know if we should be tripping on Stay Curious, but well, you have to actually try it to know what stars taste like.
Let's give it a shot.
So cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Fruit and vegetable juice. Of course, it's got the good phosphoric acid and high fructose corn syrup. But
it's not bad. It is a little cokish.
Yeah, got that little Coach ting to it.
Yeah.
We got the sugar.
And I
here.
think I taste some kind of fruit.
Yeah, little Starlight in there. I guess we're supposed to be tasting by Creations here. So there you go. That's cheers to you.
Yeah, I like it actually. It's got a sweet.
Maybe Dave Stangy out there could suggest what we taste on Stay Curious next Friday.
Yeah, let us know,
tasting
Dave.
space food with Triple T.
Yeah, and you guys go look and tell us what we're missing, what stuff is out there that we haven't found yet.
It does have a unique taste.
It does.
I'm kind of like thinking Tab.
I
I
thought of fruit punch at first.
But it does have a lighter and not that kickback of carbon.
Yeah.
Because there's some fruit in it.
I like the taste actually. I would buy me some of that. And I
Not too
like
bad.
Coke. I like regular Coke. I do not do light Coke or nothing else, but this is cool.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
And the Coca-Cola will either be suing us or sending us $1 million to support
Well, I'll take the
our
latter,
nonprofit museum here.
Can I have another bite?
Sure, buddy. As long as you can talk.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, we got a couple other things for you here. A couple quick stories from Triple T. One, I would like him to share about the day that he was in the VA in the White Room and during the lightning storm. But we got a comment, Marty.
We have several comments. Dave Stein says first Falcon Heavy was February 6, 2018.
That's it. 4 years ago.
And Robert Law said never had a moon pie.
Robert Law's never had a moon pie.
Wow.
You will when you come to the States, brother.
Yes, sir.
Prescott says next is moonshine.
Oh, moonshine?
Okay.
Let's see.
I know who's bringing me
I
some.
get that in the backyard. So I'm bringing you some?
Yeah, and he's coming down here for the Artemis, and he's in Tennessee, and he said, "Would you like anything from Tennessee?" I was like, "Well," so
I know there might be a still or two in Tennessee
yeah,
where I
bring me a little.
apologize. And Marty, what else?
Robert Law said Imbrew in Scotland. It's a Scotland drink. He got Charlie Duke to taste that. And,
Imbrew.
Tanya Thompson says, what is it?
That's my daughter.
It's supposed to be marshmallow flavor.
Flavor? Oh, really?
Marshmallow flavor, yes. Well, you know what? There is some white stuff in there, so if that ain't marshmallow, but
tastes like it.
It is a marshmallow flavor.
I do like the banana.
There is a difference between a
chocolate's
s'more.
good.
She's trying to point out.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
she's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, she
Nothing
is.
beats that hot, dripping.
Oh yeah, right off the
marshmallow,
fire.
melting the chocolate.
I taught her how to do it years ago.
Yeah, there she goes. She's thinking. Now that's right. So, well, Triple T, there was a time where we were up in the White Room that we showed, and there was an electrical storm.
Yeah.
Quickly, you had someone up there with you.
Yeah.
You showed, oh, there's the moon pie.
Yeah, there
Sorry.
it is.
I forgot my graphics there.
Okay.
Yeah, there.
So,
Cheers
yeah.
again to Starlight and moon pie. All
No,
right.
I think it's a hit.
We did it up good. Yeah, it doesn't taste bad. I'm
No,
to it.
I can.
I'm a Pepsi product guy, but
I don't
that tastes
think I'd
pretty
mix any liquor with it, but I like it.
good. Yeah, rum and that wouldn't probably go
I don't
like a
think
rum and
so.
Coke. Yeah.
Mark
Not like
Hustack says try Blue Moon. It's
Blue
his
Moon.
favorite bottled brew.
Try Blue Moon.
I'll try it.
I'll let you try the Blue Moon.
I'll try it.
Well,
I still want some of that space beer we heard about that they grew on the stage.
yeah, well, you have to work on that with your buddies. So, yikes! Geez almighty! Lightning bolt.
Man,
hitting
that
a shuttle tower.
yeah,
Tell us about that.
That is the actual lightning rod that's hitting the lightning rod. The one I'm talking about, I was in the White Room, me and this young girl. She was called the OIC Orbiter Integrity Clerk. She's the one that writes your name down when you go in and out.
Mm-hmm.
The lightning rod bolt came all the way around the lightning rod, never touched the dang thing, and then hit the corner of the MLP and put a 20-foot crack 3/4 of an inch wide. Loudest boom I've ever heard. I still have tinnitus. I'm legally deaf by NASA doctors because that hearing boost is the loudest place I've ever been in my life.
Well,
But yeah, lightning hit, and we had to stay there for 3 hours because we just proved the lightning system, protection system, did not work.
wow.
So yeah, we
Pretty
stayed there for
scary.
3 hours.
I mean, you had
It was definitely
come on,
scary.
You were a little bit scared about the next bolt hit.
You know what I was thinking of was what was that movie Space Camp where the kids lightning or something started the solid rocket or something,
Oh, okay.
and they had to launch and And I just thought lightning.
There was a bird on the pad when this happened.
I was on the pad. Yeah, we were powered up.
Oh,
we were powered up, and
SRBs.
I was afraid. That's what I was afraid of, because I thought it was going to hit an SRB and ignite it, and we couldn't leave. They wouldn't let us, and because it was not launch day, the emergency egress baskets were chained up, and I couldn't even use them to escape.
Well, what were the lessons learned about this? Did you have a couple meetings, I'm sure?
Yeah, we had some more meetings, and they changed the design. There wasn't a whole lot they could do here, but they did change and put those 3 towers up at Pad B. Those are 3 lightning rods. They did change.
Instead of one,
they were kind of stuck with what they had here.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. But it was scary, and I drank beer that night. I did.
Well, good. Glad that. Well, what an experience there. And
3 hours we just had to sit and endure it while the storm blew out.
There are some wicked storms here on the coast,
Lord.
and lightning and so forth. And
I went straight to the 7-Eleven.
Well, let's end our little Stay Curious program here with Travis Triple T Thompson, who spent over 2 decades putting astronauts in their spaceship up there in the White Room, and we're so grateful that he wants to be a docent today, and reach out to you all with his Tales from the White Room. But one of the best ones that I've always heard him talk about, and I don't think we've really talked about this on Stay Curious. I don't think we covered it here. Is Space Cowboys.
That was way cool.
So who's seen that movie? Yes, Travis is in it.
Yeah, I'm in it.
Tell us the story of Space Cowboys.
I was technical.
The year 2000, 22 years ago.
22. I was a technical advisor for Clint. So I was assigned to Clint Eastwood. One of my guys was assigned to Donald Sutherland, so forth and so on. So there was 4 of my guys, and we were paid to be there. We were making around $10 an hour.
Let me tell them what the movie was.
Go ahead.
Don't know the movie.
I like the stuff.
This is the Space Cowboys, basically the public relations. Boys will be boys is the tag. Decades earlier, NASA passed them over for the first manned space shots. Now a hot dog team of 1950s test pilots finds that their grasp of outdated technology makes them the only ones able to repair a deorbiting satellite that imperils the Earth.
Yes.
Let's light this candle, cowboys. And Clint Eastwood directed. Tommy Lee Jones, James Garner, Donald Sutherland, James Cromwell, Lauren Dean, Courtney Vance, Marcia Gay Harden, and William Devane's in that. Yeah, it won the Academy Award Oscar for the best sound effects. All right, so they must have loved the engines. SMPs going off.
I only met those 4. I didn't meet Devane.
And it made money. It was $65 million budget and made $90 million. So,
I got $10 an hour.
You got $10 an hour. So now, I set us up there. Talk about how the guys were. What was your experience with Clint?
Well, Clint was a very cool guy. I mean, he's Clint Eastwood. So, I'd go home every day telling my mom, Josie Wells' story or something. And I'll just say Tommy Lee Jones was not the most pleasant person I've ever met. And James Garner pretty much slept with a book on his chest the whole 3 days we were filming. But
that disappoints me because I love James Garner.
I did too. I wanted so much to talk to him, but he was napping in between.
You said Tommy Lee Jones just rather been somewhere else picking at a muffin. You told me.
Yeah, he was
dinner and
they brought their own caterers.
They brought
from
their own caterers.
California.
Did they really?
Catering trucks, and they had this wonderful display of food, and he's sitting across from me with aviator mirror sunglasses on with a bran muffin. And I'm just like, this is, I got up and walked. That's when I went and sat in between Clint and Donald Sutherland.
Well, you did Donald Sutherland a big solid.
A big favor, yeah. His wife, beautiful lady, European.
No, actors don't have beautiful wives.
But she's European, and I could tell she was bored. She was there in crew quarters, and she was bored. So I walked over to him. I said, "Hey, man, I think your wife's pretty bored. Would you like me to get her a couple of astronauts to take her on a tour?" He goes, "You can do that?" I was like, "Sure, come on." So I had my flip phone, And I said, hey, do I have any blue suiters there? And they, yeah. And I said, well, look, I got Donald Sutherland's wife, and where are you at? Where are you at? So they came and got her and took her for 4 hours.
Two of
them. They were fighting over it. So
you think one was L.A.? Lopez Allegro.
Probably L.A. I can't remember. I just remember they were there that fast, and so they took her for 4 hours. We had a stack bird. They took her into that. They took her into the OPF, Orbiter Processing Facility, the VAB. They took her all around, and so when she came back and told Donald Sutherland what all she did, he just came over to me with both his hands, wrapped his hands around mine, and just looked me right in the eye. And he says, thank you so much, Travis. Thank you, because I think you just got my butt out of trouble. So I was like, yes, sir. So a lot of fun shooting it. The movie, I'm probably on a lot of the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
But I was on one scene in an elevator, and then another scene. We're walking out of the O&C building, and I'm right behind Clint Eastwood. And they turned to go left to the bus, Astrovan, and we turned the other way. So I'm in the movie, and I'll tell you what, your mustache is that big on an IMAX screen. But my dad, the last movie he saw was The Godfather in the 70s. So I said, Dad, I'm in a movie with Clint Eastwood. Let's go watch it. And he never said a word. And then about when I show up in the movie, in the middle of the theater, my dad's like, Trav, there you are, look. So everybody heard it. And then when Clint was leaving, I was like, if you do a Western, I think I could fit in. He says, well, Trav, the only problem with that is we don't film many Westerns in Florida. So that was the end of my movie career, even though I was on a TV show for a year called The Cape.
Oh, we'll talk about The Cape another time.
Yeah, we'll talk about
Corbin Bernstein.
Yeah.
What was it like to watch Clint Eastwood work?
Oh, my God, that was awesome, and watching a professional do anything is good, but I mean, those guys, I even had to wear makeup. But I sat right next to Clint Eastwood while he was getting makeup put on, so I didn't feel as bad.
Well, how was he with the crew?
He was very good with all of them. He wasn't a pain.
Very interactive with people.
He would talk to. And one day we go up to the top of the pad, and we're getting ready to shoot a scene of them getting out of the Astrovan. And Clint's got two guys that I worked with, engineers that I knew, and they were standing there in black suits, which they wouldn't be there on launch day. So Clint says, Trav, is this right? Would these guys be here? I said, no, sir. It would just be us in our white uniforms and you in your orange. So he says, all right, rewrite it. You guys go back, blah, blah. So when I got back to the food tent, those two guys were mad.
Oh, really?
You just wrote us out of the whole movie. And I'm like, dude, I wasn't about to lie to Dirty Harry. Josie Wells ain't kicking my hind down. Not happening.
Right. Well, you got to tell us, I know one little story I love hearing you talk about is a movie that actually we watched in outside of Washington.
Oh yeah,
Kelly's Heroes.
Oh, Kelly's Heroes. Yeah.
And Sutherland and Eastwood were both in that.
Yeah, they were both in it. It was a great movie. It is. So when I sat down in between Clint Eastwood and Donald Sutherland, I finally got a chance to talk. I'm going to talk. So I sat down. And I said, what my favorite movie was? Kelly's Heroes. And they both started laughing like I told a joke.
Oh, really?
And they both started laughing. And then Clint says, that was our favorite movie that we ever made. That was just a great time. And you remember Carol O'Connor, Archie?
Yeah.
Well, he played a grumpy general in the movie.
Very grumpy.
Very grumpy general.
Getting his own way.
Yeah. And Clint Eastwood one day he says, why he was such a grumpy general. I said, no, sir. He said, because we had a party every night and he had a hangover every day. And he's not that good of an actor. I was like, okay. This is pretty good stuff. This is growing on me a little bit. I like it.
It's Starlight. With Triple T, those are some good tales from the White Room and other places that you've been in there.
We did do other things,
Man, that has to give a different perspective seeing all four of these famous actors when you see them in another movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a Rockford guy. I love Rockford.
Yeah, I did too. I really wanted to talk to him, but he was
it'd be a disappointment to me. But, hey,
the only thing Tommy Lee Jones I ever heard him say, when my guy stuck his hand out to shake his hand when we were first being introduced, Tommy Lee Jones never lifted his hand, and he said, "Don't get in between me and the camera."
Oh my, jeez.
So that's how it started.
Well, that's interesting. But, and guess what?
You can call it interesting. I call it something else.
I'll bet a bunch of us will be checking Netflix out and for Space Cowboys this weekend.
Yeah, I'm right behind Clint as we leave the O&C building. I think I'm in the elevator.
How far in that movie is it?
It's about halfway because they start their launch, process. Yeah. But I was in many scenes, but I got on the cutting room floor, they call it.
Well, thanks a bunch, buddy, and thanks for tasting space food with Triple T here.
Yeah, we're going to have some.
Cheers to some Starlight there.
I love it.
You love it?
Yeah, it's good. I'm still drinking it because it's got that, it makes you want more. I don't know. It's good. I like it.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Anyway, well, thank you, everybody, for joining us on Tales from the White Room with Travis Thompson. And we're glad that you've all watched us on YouTube, Twitch, Spotify, and, of course, Facebook Live. We've shouted out to Dave Stange, Larry Pushkar, Tom Usiak, and Mark Usiak.
Good.
Watching.
I'm glad.
Gene Wright.
Gene's
on there. Gary Gerald, your daughter Tanya Thompson.
Yeah.
Melissa Pope. You have a great weekend on the Space Coast, Melissa. Paul Forrester and Pam Shivik. And Pam Shivik will be watching over the weekend with her husband and probably a bunch of kids, a couple sunspots that are acting up in the sun. There's actually, if you see the sun setting or rising that couple minutes in the haze, you'll see a couple sunspots on it, naked eye. Don't look at it with binoculars or even through a camera lens. But, anyway, thank you all for supporting.
And Ophelia said bonjour from France.
Yeah, bonjour, Ophelia. And we're so grateful that everybody is enjoying Stay Curious, because where else can they get Tales from the White Room from this guy, Travis Thompson, unless they come here? All right.
Yeah, Fridays and Saturdays.
Thank you for all you did, Marty. Okay.
Yeah, Marty and you guys, you were working. All I did was sit and talk for 30 minutes. You guys had it going on.
We had a blast last week, and we have a blast every time that we bring Stay Curious to you from the American Space Museum here in downtown Titusville.
Come see.
I'm Mark Marquette, and we want to see you in our museum
to
bridge the space between us.
Come and see me.